Okay, today I'm going to make 15 pounds of Taylor ham. So the first thing you need is a good, nice, clean container, like this plastic one here, to put the ground meat in. You can grind it yourself. I have grinders, but today I went to my local butcher here and had him grind me up 15 pounds of pork. You could do pork back, you could do pork butt, whatever it is that that tickles your fancy. But you would need 15 pounds, and then you would have some of your spices. Here we have some oregano, we've got cilantro, and we've got the curing salt here, right? And then over here we have plenty more salt and different types of salt. We've got pepper, black pepper, and you have plenty, I mean plenty of dried out crushed jalapenos. That is going to be the key because it's a jalapeno mix that we're making. And we're going to make 5 3-pound slabs of Taylor ham. We're going to use pork here. And for those of you that don't know what Taylor ham is, if you're from New Jersey, it is basically pork roll. But we call it Taylor ham, right? Taylor ham and eggs in the morning is the best. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this, and you should put in a cup of water, but I'm going to add, after I add the curing salt, I'm going to add some orange juice. I mean, not orange juice, pineapple juice, because for some reason, when you have jalapeno, something that's nice and spicy, with something that's as sweet as pineapple juice, it is dynamite. It is a perfect combo. But if you don't like that, you could put just plain old water if you like. But okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to mix. We're going to drop in all these spices here. We're going to mix them. We're going to sprinkle them around really good, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do half of it, right? You're going to do half of it, and the reason you're going to do that is because you don't want to get too much of the seasoning all in one spot, right? So you want to pour it in really good. You want to get half the jalapeno mix and everything that you put together, and then you want to put half the juice. As a matter of fact, you can pour all of the juice, doesn't make a difference. And then we're going to pour half of the curing salt. And then what we're going to do is you're going to leave this, you're going to take it, put it in the stuffer, and then we're going to leave it in the fridge probably for about 10 to 12 hours. And once it's ready, we're going to go ahead and put it in a dehydrator and let it cook for about 2.5 to 3 hours, and then we're going to have our final product. You cut it, vacuum seal it, and put it in the freezer. Okay, we're going to get mixing here. You can see here I'm trying to do my best with one hand, but you're going to mix this in really good, and you're just going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing this here. I'm doing it with one hand, but I want to get some leverage. But you're going to keep mixing this for about a good 10 minutes, and then we're going to pour the rest of the stuff in here. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes of mixing going on here, and it is coming together very nicely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of the seasoning here, and we're going to sprinkle that on. And this is the jalapeno mix. I'm going to get it around so it's not in one place. And you want to do this relatively fast. You don't want to leave it around too long, because what's going to happen is the pineapple juice that I mixed in there, it's creating a moisture with the meat, and then it's also salts are going to begin drying the meat. So you want to get this mixed up right now, and then we'll get it to start packing, get it nice and sticky, and then we'll put it into the sausage stuffer, which we have here. And on this side, we're going to add some paprika, because I just love paprika. Paprika gives it a nice little sweet taste. Okay, and I'm going to get to mixing here, and then I'll be back when it's done. Okay, you can see this was some workout. You can see the meat is nicely mixed. I think we did it for about a good 15 minutes total, and it's all mixed in there very nicely, so it's nice and flat. So we're going to get it into the sausage stuffer. Later on I'll set up another video, but this is some venison and beef that we stacked away, and I'm making some pepperoni sticks for a friend of mine. But right now we'll stay away from that because that's not what I'm currently doing. I am making the 3-pound. I'm going to make about 5 3-pound sections of Taylor ham because my daughter loves Taylor ham, and rather than use the fillers, we want to make it ourselves. Okay, let's get this into the sausage stuffer. Okay, what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this sausage stuffer loaded. We're going to put the stuff in the, not the stuffing, we're going to put the sausage in here into the stuffer. And then we're going to put this back on here. And you're going to seal that up. And then we're going to turn this. And that's going to get us right down. I'm trying to do this with one hand. And it's going to, you just turn that and it's going to push it all the way down. And it's going to come out the front here. And here is where we're going to pick the right nozzle, which in this case, I'm going to use one for my 3-pound stuffer. I've got a stainless steel wheel that we lock it on there with. And we're going to go ahead and get this set up. And then we're going to fill it with sausage, and I'll come back and we'll walk you through this. Okay, what we're doing now is we're just going to scoop up the meat now that it's all mixed. And we're going to get it stuffed into the stuffer. What you want to do is you want to put it about halfway. You want to get the stuffer halfway going. Once it's half full, you bring it. You bring this top piece down, and you push all the meat down, get out all the air pockets, and then we'll keep going at it until it's completely full. This is a 10-pound mixer, so it can hold up to 10 pounds of meat, which is nice. Let me get this filled, and we'll get back. Okay, we're going to get this all ground up. As you can see, it's now going down. You can hear the pressure coming out the bottom here. I'm going to do this slowly because I don't want it to come out. You want to get it right to the edge, just like that. You don't want to get too much coming out of here. And also you want to be able to get the casing on here, and then you want the casing to stuff nicely. You want to get it right to the edge because you want to get rid of as much air as possible in the stuffer. We're going to go ahead and get these stuffed, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we've gone ahead and we've stuffed one, and you can see this is a 3-pound. This holds 3 pounds of meat. It's actually a large salami roll, and it's used to make summer sausage. But you see it comes with a lot of the different holes here, and that is so when I put it in the dehydrator, the moisture and the pork fat can come out as the meat is drying. We're only going to leave it in the dehydrator for about 2 hours. And then I have a roll of some butcher's twine that I use here, and you can see we tie the ends very tight. In this end, if you were hanging it, you could hang it. Now there's 2 types of cure. The cure that we used is only 24 hours, and this will sit in the 12 hours, I'm sorry. So you could sit in the fridge for 12 hours and it'll cure the meat, dry it out a little bit, and then you put it in a dehydrator. If you're going to hang your meat for 30 days, do not, there's a certain type of cure you can get. I use the Anthony's pink curing salt. This is not, you should not be eating this within a 1 to 2 day time frame if you put it into meat. This is only for meat that is being cured. So it's the type of curing salt that you use when you let it sit there or let it hang for 30 days. And then we have some dextrose and some other stuff that we use. Again, you need some back to firm tea, SPX, and culture starter. But anyway, we're not doing that today. We're not hanging it. So this will be ready tomorrow. So I've got the meat. I still got more in the stuffer. I have to load it again. You can see half of it's almost gone. And this is how the rolls are going to come out. I'm going to make roughly about 5 of them, 15 pounds. And then we're going to slice them a third each way. And a third is about, it's exactly a pound each. And what we do is we vacuum seal them, put them in a freezer, and you have Taylor ham every time you want it on Saturday or Sunday and weekends or during the week. If you want to make it for your family, you can go ahead and make Taylor ham and eggs or pork roll and eggs. But you have it fresh and it's seasoned the way you like it. Okay, now that we have everything in the stuffer, as you can see here, the meat is all gone, and we're going to get back to going down here, and we're going to just get back to stuffing. And again, let the air come out. And you just keep turning right until it gets to the edge, and once it gets to the edge like that, you can stop, and you can start stuffing your casings. Okay, we have our 15 pounds of well, it's actually like a little teensy bit shorter because you got one over here on the left that's about 1 inch shorter than all the rest of them. So you got roughly 15 pounds of summer sausage, which we're using to make Taylor ham. It's all seasoned. It's going to sit for 12 hours again. After it's done, we're going to slice it in thirds, which is roughly about 1 pound each, and then I'm going to vacuum seal them. And we're going to go ahead, and after we vacuum seal them, you freeze them. After you vacuum seal them, this is basically what they're going to look like. This is one I got last year from High Mountain Seasonings. They're pretty darn good, especially with the casings. But you can get, depending on what you're doing, if you're stuffing sausage, you might want to get your other casings directly from the butcher, depending on what you're doing. But again, we're not hanging for 30 days here, but this is vacuum sealed and frozen, and these are the thirds. This is basically what they're all going to look like, and this is what I hand out to friends and family during the holidays. I hope you enjoyed.